Have you ever felt down, useless, or even dumb? Ever tried to understand or do something and felt like you just couldn't? Maybe everybody's been there at some point, but the ethics professor Clóvis de Barros at the University of São Paulo once laid into a student in the middle of class, and he never imagined that the whole thing would end up online. After that, the rant went viral and turned into a kind of lesson for people of almost every age, an example of persistence and dedication in studying. The question, "Do you have grit?" became almost a mantra, and anyone who'd ever doubted themselves came across it and had to reflect on their own abilities. In that class, a student who clearly didn't care much about the subject literally answered his phone right in the middle of ethics class, while the professor was talking about none other than Kant and his groundwork of the metaphysics of morals, one of the hardest texts ever written. The professor took the moment to deliver a speech that became a real lesson to a lot of people. Let's listen to the professor's speech. I'm sure this message is going to be a lesson for you as well.
And you're about to get home, and instead of scrolling through Facebook, you're going to type into Google, K-A-N-T, groundwork of the metaphysics of morals. It's public domain, costs nothing. So then you go and pick it. Go on just the first 3 pages. But professor, what about the other pages? Screw the rest. He won't care about 1,000. We'll give him a shot. 3 pages. You print them and read. But professor, 3 pages takes like a minute and a half. Nope. No, it doesn't. Because you'll grab the first paragraph and read it. And it's going to make you uncomfortable. That's with help from class, even from class. Then you take that same first paragraph, read it again. What, you calling me an idiot? No. Or if I am, then call me one too. Because that's how I read it myself. Read it a 3rd time, then move to the 2nd paragraph. Once, twice, and bam, you've spent an hour on 3 pages. Professor, at this rate, I'll never know how the story ends. Well, there isn't an ending. The rest of the book is just as boring as these 3 first pages. You're not missing a thing. Stick to the first 3, okay? And why? Because if you don't go through the experience of wrestling with a tough text now, believe me, you'll have blown your chance. The chance, and you'll say, but I'm not into philosophy. No, it's just about grit. Do you have grit? You know what that is? It's me saying, man, you're kind of dumb. You don't get it. And boom, that hits me. I go home, and that's the first thing I do. Not even a bathroom break, man. I'll type in Kant, pull up the text, and I'll read it. Why? Because how the hell can somebody write something I can't understand? No way. I'll grind through that crap until I get it. That's grit. Because if not, people just dump on your head and you let it slide. No way, man. You go grab Codelor, write easy stuff, sunshine, and smiley faces. That's the ceiling for you? Nah, bro. You've got a limit, and that's it. The wind blows, the tide rises, frogs croak, and you're stuck as a marketing guy can't go beyond? You're proving the Greeks right, yet born to be a fool. No, that should burn your soul. What do you mean I won't understand? I ate as a kid, right? Drank milk, Nestle powder, whatever. My brain's the same size as anyone else's. I've got tons of neurons. So damn it, man. The guy wrote it, you only gotta understand it. He started from scratch and pulled that stuff out of nothing. It's like Pythagoras' theorem. He discovered it. You just apply it to a right triangle. Hypotenuse, cathetus, the other side, what's left? All you gotta do is square, add, subtract, and boom. And you screw it up. Come on, man. Be dumb in jail, not here. 'Cause listen, the guy nailed it in ancient Greece 5 centuries before Christ, and you 5,000 years later can't apply it? Go chew, hey, dude. Be dumb in hell instead. See, this is a kind of wake-up slap. You'll say, but professor, what about pedagogy? To hell with pedagogy. You need to sit your butt down and sharpen your thinking, because later it'll apply everywhere. If you just stick to cheap comedy shows, Facebook memes, corporate workshops, easy stuff, oh, for God's sake, a 5th grader could already get through this. Pick something heavy, have some guts, even if it has nothing to do with you. Have fire in your veins. Push back. And if you say, Professor, I honestly don't care about learning this, well, I did what I could. Because that's what it is, right? What am I telling you? What do people always say? Don't even bother with that text, man. That's only for a couple geniuses. Damn it, if someone says that's for 2 or 3 guys only, then it's for me. Where's that damn text? It's like with Bourdieu. I already told this story, but let me again. You know Bourdieu was my advisor, right? I was in his class once. He turns to us and says, Les circuits de consécration sociale sera d'autant plus efficace plus la distance sociale de l'objet accompli. And I'm there recording the class. Then I get home sneaking into the kitchen so I don't wake up Joachim, my roommate who was living there illegally and later became a justice on the Supreme Court. I sit with the note, Les circuits de consécration sociale, and I read it, Les circuits de consécration sociale, then again, Les circuits de consécration sociale, and you start to feel sick. You read the damn phrase like 30 times and still don't get it. And you should feel uncomfortable because your brain is the best thing you've got. If your brain can't crack a single sentence, then you're just a walking digestive tract, right? But hey, I can take a dump just fine every day. No problem. But that's the thing you need to figure out. Then you ask the guy, I didn't get the sentence, and he laughs at you. Man, that's elementary. Holy crap. That twists your guts the wrong way. Elementary, my ass. I didn't get it? That's what I'm talking about. Grit. That's the grit that's going to push you to grow intellectually. Because studying, expanding your brain, learning to think takes as much training as your muscles, running, swimming long distances. It takes work, focus, but in the chair, all that. So yeah, that's the idea. What did I do here? I gave you the keys to the castle, laid out the bed, made it easier. Now it's your turn. Grab that text, try it, understand it. Why? Because there's no reason you can't understand it. You got into college, you've got resources, you've got the professor, you've got food, you've got everything. The rest? Just laziness and cowardice.
Wow, that was really inspiring. Just imagine being in a class with this professor in person. Of course, this is just an adaptation. If you'd like to see the class in its original form with all the energy and spontaneity that only Professor Clóvis brings, check out the original video in the link down in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the Wise Mind channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.